new trail today, San Joaquin Marsh, and we're out here. It's over next to UC Irvine. There's a bunch of little trails around here, but we're really going to go over into the marsh area because that's the most interesting. But this is I don't know which river. I don't think it's Santa Ana River that comes through here, but you can see that they've done this greenery or kind of revitalization of this, where it used to be pretty much just rocks and they put a bunch of trees in and some other things. And now this is the San Joaquin Marsh, so a lot of the reclaimed water and other things, other water that comes off the city streets and also sewage that's treated over here goes through this entire marsh area. So this is smack dab in the middle of Irvine, so you can see these big multifamily complexes that are over here. I work on a bunch of these in the design industry, but I truly believe that this is going to be seen as the central park of Irvine in the future. Again?
The non-profit that's collecting seashells.
But wait, why are they putting the seashells out here? Okay. Jenna was just telling me about this. So she's saying that it's a non-profit that puts the seashells out here. Holy shit. It is all seashells.
From restaurants.
From restaurants? Yeah. And I guess, I don't know why they put them out here. It must be good for the soil or something. So these are all clams.
Oyster recycling program.
Oysters.
Donated.
Right smack dab in the middle of Irvine, and they're throwing all these seashells out here. Oyster shells. Does it say what it's going to be used for?
Repurposes them for native oyster restoration programs. I'm not sure how they would.
I don't know. So we're on the western side of the park. This is right over next to, I forget the name of the street over here. Is this campus over here? I can't remember, but right in the middle of Irvine. You can see some of the larger buildings down over on the end over there. You kind of spy through the trees right over there. Those are big corporation buildings. So there's Qualcomm, Western Digital. The eastern side of the park, or sorry, the western side of the park, it's kind of the least interesting. When we get over into the main body of the park, you're going to see ponds. You're going to be seeing a bunch of different types of ducks and different things. It's much more scenic, a lot more foliage. And then you can see the multifamily that's in the back right over here. And we're kind of coming up to the northwest corner of the park. You can see multifamily back there as well. We're going to get into some of the ponds. Lots of trees, lots of plants that they planted out here. And this is all reclaimed water. And you'd think that, you know, from the sewage and everything that's coming from Irvine and the surrounding cities coming into this area, that it would stink. You never really smell anything. You may get just a couple scents right over next to the sewage plant, but for the most part, you don't get anything. You can actually see your first bird right out there. The bird is right out there on that little solar thing. But there's a lot more that we're going to see. Okay, I'm going to try to get a little bit closer to this guy right back over in here. Some type of bird. I wish I knew my birds, but I don't want to get, don't want to walk through the dirt too much because I'm going to scare this guy. I'll try to zoom in a little bit. There you go. Hey, buddy. Hello. So this northwest kind of portion of the park, this is all mulch. So there is so many trees that are through this entire area, and they have to go through here because, you know, everything's just growing like crazy. And they mulch it up, and kind of this western edge of the park where they do a lot of the maintenance and other things. So this is their mulch field. So I'm sure that they come through here and they turn this every once in a while, and then they use it for planting new plants and for the maintenance on the entire area. So right back over there, you're looking towards Newport Beach. And then we're coming back around, and that's kind of the edge of Irvine all the way over here. And this is really kind of the smack dab center of Irvine. So you can see all that multifamily. There's industrial buildings over there. There's Travelers Insurance. And you can even see the multifamily in the background right over here. So we're kind of walking along the edge of the park. And then we're going to be kind of going through the middle of the park, where you'll get to see all those ponds, all the water, the reclamation plant. Is that? I've never seen this. This wasn't out here before. Do you see something in there?
There's a bird trying to get out.
Is there?
I highly doubt they're trapping it just for him, though. He's not very special. Please do not disturb.
Okay. This trap is an ongoing management program to improve the reproductive process of endangered birds that nest in this area. It's operating in cooperation under the authority of the California Department of Fish and Wildlife. This trap is serviced on a daily basis to record data released active birds or native birds and add fresh seed and water. All trap birds are treated humanely, of course. This trap is operated by Leatherman Bioconsulting. You know what? I wonder how the birds get in. But there's one guy in there. Sorry, buddy, we can't help you. So did you want to turn left here or just keep on going straight? So when you get away from the perimeter, you start going inland, you start to see, quite a bit more trees and plants. And when they first built this entire area, this had nothing in it. They just had the reclamation ponds from all the sewage treatment they're doing. But they've slowly planted this over time, and now you can see that it's just taken on its own life. And it's just almost like overgrown, but really nice back through here. When you're back in here, you're going to feel like you're going to get lost, but you can gauge your way with the buildings that are around us and also the edges of the park. It's tough to get lost. You feel like you are getting lost, but just keep on going. You're going to come towards an edge, and then you can get around the park along that edge and get back to your car. Here's some of the reclaimed water coming through here. So we've got kind of like all these ditches going through the entire property. So the plants clean the water. They kind of stream all the way through here and into the ponds in different areas. You don't smell anything. Of course, they say really don't touch the water because it is being cleansed. There's some ducks right down there. Okay, we're coming up to the North Loop. We don't even really know where we are. We've been here a zillion times, but we get a little bit lost even ourselves. So we'll just find our way. Irvine needs to put a little bit of money into their structures out here. That's not very good. But cool little bridges coming down here. This is good. I can actually see this turning into something bigger and more special in the future with more manicured pathways and, maybe more amenities that are going to be attracting people in. There is one place that's over on the other side of the park. It's called the Bird Club. Isn't it called the Bird Club?
I think so.
Or the Duck Club. It's called the Duck Club. And they do educational classes for kids. So we'll go by there and check that out. Lots and lots of flowers. Check that out. So one of the things that they do out here is that they They basically keep track of all the swallows that come through the area. So this is a swallow nest. You'll find these all over the park. They say don't disturb, so we'll kind of move away a little bit more. But you see them every once in a while coming out here and tending to all the swallows. And since there's a lot of birds out here all the time, you get a lot of people that come out here and they're bird watchers. So you can see the people over there with their lenses, you know, their nice cameras, and also their binoculars, and they're checking out the different types of birds that are out here. I gotta tell you, they did a really good job with this. All these reeded grass around here, and you can kind of hear in the background over there, there's just a ton of birds that are probably right back there. They put like these little islands in the middle of these different areas, and there's actually water back there as well. Let me see if I can pop up the camera and see. So we're kind of walking towards Newport Beach right now. Newport Beach is only like the edge of Newport Beach, but the city is like half a mile directly in front of us. And we're right in the middle of Irvine, as I said a couple times. You can hear the birds, but there's some right over there. Here's what you'll be able to see some of these islands where there's a bunch of birds, and they've got these seating areas over here where people have dedicated money to the park. So Joanne, Farrington, Hubbard. Then you can see that island right out there. So in that island, I zoomed in just a little bit, there's a whole bunch of birds out there. But they get this entire area. So off of one of the trails, you turn off into the duck club. You can also drive over into here and check out everything. So there's a parking lot, and this is actually a pretty good place to park as well. So we'll walk through here and see everything. So they got little gardens all the way through here. There are people that are looking at the wildlife. There's a monarch butterfly right there. Native grassland plantings. This is by the Sea and Sage Audubon. There's a wingspan. There's some ladies over there trying the wingspan. And these are some of the original structures. And actually, here's the duck club. Let's go in. So this is the duck club building. We'll see if we can go in here. Oh, it looks like they got a party going on or something. Here, let's go check it out real quick and see. Oh yeah, they've got a party going on. We will not disturb those people. So here's the San Joaquin Marsh campus. So they got a learning center, Sea Sage House, Ranch Marsh House, caretaker residence, and the duck club. There's the caretaker's house. It's like a little campus back in here with some lawns that are in between. It's pretty scenic. See Jenna's wingspan.
I think I'm a turkey.
Spread it out. Yeah, you're a turkey vulture. Turkey vulture?
Yes.
Here's another pond right over here. This is right outside the duck club. We may have already seen this one, so you can see that island back over there with all the tons of birds. So we're on the southern side of the park now. We're kind of walking towards the southwest corner. So there's like a trail that goes all the way along that edge condition. And it's almost like a straight shot but you're still walking around some of the ponds that are over here, and you get little glimpses through. This feels like something that should be like in Minnesota. Yeah.
Oh, this is the different island.
Yeah.
This one is so, it has so, what do you call these, reeds?
Yeah, but you can still hear a ton of birds over there, so maybe that's like a different type of nesting situation, and they want to keep it like that. But those reeds have gotten a lot bigger since the last time we were here. It's like overtaking the pond almost. This is the water treatment or sewer facility. And we're gonna go and peek over the wall and walk you past it. But we have smelled almost nothing out here from the sewage. And also all the water that's going through here. They do a really good job in treating all this. Okay, there we go. So if we look right down there, you're gonna see kind of two big boob looking structures. And that's the sewer facility. Kind of high tech. We come and check over the wall every once in a while and just see what's going on. And you can sometimes see into like these pools of water that they've got over here. I don't smell anything. They do such a good job in treating all this water. I mean, I've said it a bunch of times on this video, but the city of Irvine nailed it with this. You know, they used to have this cleared out over here. They should clear that out so you have something to look at, you know?
I tried to grow one in my patio and it's
So you can see the other side of the boobs. Water treatment processing. There's all these blackberries. You can actually see somebody right down there and they're eating them. And you always see people coming through here, and they actually, a couple times we come through here, people have baskets and there's blackberries everywhere. Oh yeah, let's eat some. Oh my god, that tastes good. I'm sure I know what you're thinking, that this is all from reclaimed water. This is completely safe. Don't worry about it. Come and eat. Now, if I was homeless, this is where I would be. There's a really ripe one right there. See that? That one's going in my mouth. Oh, another one. Out of the blackberry field, we're coming back to the parking lot. Probably walked about 4 miles, something like that. This is the map that I was talking about. I'm actually going to take one of these. So this is the map of the entire wetlands. So let's see how many ponds that they've got here. And I'm gonna actually scan this, and you know what, I'll try to put this down in the corner of the screen and I'll show you where we walked approximately. But you got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ponds, and then you got the lettered ponds, which is A, B, C, D, E, and then so that's a total of 11 ponds. But I'll scan this, I'll try to put it down in the corner of the screen for the video, and then you get to see what's going on here. And I'll also try to just scan the back side of this just so you can get a little bit better idea of what this is all about.